Everybody. Hey, I wanted to kind of give you my thoughts on the recent hearing between Mr. Cho and Congress in reference to the alleged threat of TikTok and kind of what's going on with that. I watched the hearing very closely, and I'm going to give you some of my insights and some of my own perspectives on what I saw. Now, a little bit about me. I've been in cybersecurity now for over 20 years, 2 decades. I'm a certified information systems auditor. There's about 118,000 of us in the world. I'm also a certified information security manager, and I'm also certified in risk and information systems control, and I have a master's degree in information technology, and I have taught and I have mentored graduate students on cybersecurity policy at the graduate level. So let me give you my take on what happened this past week, and I will tell you right now that the questioning between Congress towards Mr. Chu, in my professional opinion, was unprofessional. He did not get an opportunity to speak. Our congressional leaders were extremely rude, and it was quite an embarrassment. And I will tell you that this TikTok ban, because it's alleged that China is a threat, is absolutely preposterous. Because number one, let me tell you why. Because number one, in order to really assess any type of application to be a threat to something, there has to be a third-party risk assessment. What a third-party risk assessment does is these are assessors that are employed by companies like Ernst & Young, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Rapida, KPMG, and go out and do that risk assessment and ascertain the security posture of that organization from a physical security standpoint as well as from a logical security standpoint, or we're talking about the technical controls they have prudently put in place to mitigate the risk from end user data getting in the wrong hands. So that has not been done. What's been done is there's been alleged threat postures about TikTok that came from the prior administration. I'm not going to get into politics here. I'm just going to let you know how it all started from Senator Marco Rubio. He started this, and then it kind of propelled a little bit faster, and then it became a bipartisan issue. So, but the allegations of the threat is all speculative. It's based on intelligence, which is not the case. And let me tell you why that's not the case. Okay, so let's talk about intelligence versus risk assessments. Now, when you talk about the intelligence and the scope of as a national security threat, intelligence is really, in cybersecurity professional, is subject to bias. Whereas a third-party risk assessment, which is done by a third party, it's outside U.S. government, companies like PricewaterhouseCoopers, Ernst & Young, and a few other companies out there, KPMG is another one, that they would go out and do an objective third-party risk assessment, not leaning on any political bias, because when you do an assessment, I've done these before as a CISA, that you're unbiased. You don't align any political party. You go out there, you look at the physical controls of the organization, the servers and everything is done, and then you look at all the preventative technical controls, and there's a whole list of them, a whole checklist that you follow through. It aligns with the National Institute Standards of Technology, NIST publications. Now, so what has happened? And what reality is, there is no threat from China. Facebook and Meta has lobbied Congress to put together this narrative through a company they hired to say and to justify that TikTok is a threat. So they put together this false narrative because Facebook and Meta are losing money from TikTok. My response to that is, well, too bad, so sad. Facebook and Meta, the company, should have developed an application to be competitive with TikTok. You know, we live in a capitalistic society, free enterprise. Facebook had every opportunity to go ahead and put together an app that would be competitive to TikTok. So TikTok is taking all the market share. They're making more money. They're taking away Facebook business. And that's why they have lobbied Congress, and that's why we are where we are today. It has nothing to do with threat intelligence. It has nothing to do with all that stuff. That's a smokescreen. It's all political. And so my response to that is, more than likely what's going to happen is they're going to put together this bill. It's going to go to President Biden, and he's going to veto it. If he signs off on it, then it's going to go to the courts, because the government can't tell the American people what to do or what to say. It's a violation of your First Amendment right. So bottom line is, there's nothing to worry about. TikTok is here to stay, in my professional view, as a CISA and being in cybersecurity for so long. So that's the good news. So you all take care and be cyber safe.